is going on YouTube? DX1 here, back again with another Generation 3 preview video, and we have a lot of ground to cover in this episode because we're going to be going over all of the water types in Generation 3, and there is a bunch of new water types that are going to be coming into Pokemon Go. So I want to make sure that I'm able to fill out all of the information that you guys need and get you familiar with each and every single water type that's going to be coming into the game, what's going to be good, what's not going to be good. So let's just jump right into this. First, let me know in the comments what water types you're looking forward to the most in Generation 3. Put them down in the comments below. Let's go! Starting off with our water type starter, Mudkip, coming in with a Max CP of 981. Next, we have Marshtomp. Marshtomp is going to gain water type and ground type abilities, and he will be coming in at a Max CP of 1617. And then we have its evolved form, its final evolution, Swampert, coming in at a very strong Max CP at 2815 with an attack stat of 208, a defense stat of 175, and a stamina stat of 200. So Swampert is going to be an absolute beast of a Pokemon. I believe I covered Swampert in a previous video, but we're going to go over him again since he is a water type of Generation 3. So next we have the water type and grass type combination, Lotad, coming in at Max CP of 526. Then evolves into Lombre, maxing out at 1102 CP. And we have Ludicolo, which actually I'm kind of disappointed at Ludicolo's Max CP, only 2229, considering how strong this Pokemon was and how heavily it was used in the main series game of the Hoenn region. Its Max CP is kind of disappointing, but again, that's just is what it is. Moving on, we have a very common Pokemon. You're going to see this Pokemon all over the place with Gen 3 drops. You have Wingull coming in at Max CP of 642, plus it evolves into Pelipper. Pelipper has a Max CP of 1969, and he is also going to be a water type and flying type. These are both dual water type and flying type Pokemon. Next we have Carvanha, the first water type and dark type I'm going to be talking about of this generation. He's going to max out at a CP of 874. Plus you have the evolution of that Pokemon, Sharpedo, also a water type and dark type Pokemon, maxing out at 1986 CP. So again, not a very strong Pokemon, basically mostly a Pokedex filler, but you can always throw it into a gym or do whatever you want with it, but not going to be one of the stronger ones. Next, you're going to run into Wailmer. Wailmer maxing out at 1424 CP, and then it'll evolve into the largest Pokemon in the game, in the entire game. There's over 7 regions of Pokemon. Wailord, still the largest. Wailord maxing out at 2258 CP with an attack stat of 175 and a defense stat of 87, a stamina stat of 340. So it's going to be a tank, but again, this CP is somewhat to be desired. Barboach is a water type and ground type Pokemon, maxing out at 716 CP, and a very fun evolution it has, which is Whiscash, maxing out at 1991 CP. Again, CP leaving something to be desired here, but it's a very fun Pokemon, mostly a Pokedex filler though. Next, we're going to go on to Corphish. It's going to be a mono water type, maxing out at 1107 CP, and that will evolve into Crawdont. This is going to max out at 2317, so a fairly respectable, moderate CP level with an attack stat of 224, a defense stat of 156, stamina stat of 126. So again, mostly another Pokedex filler, not very strong on CP level, but it can have its uses depending on whether you want to drop in a gym or not. Feebass. Now this is basically going to be the next Magikarp of Pokemon Go. It maxes out at a CP of 220, so it has a stronger Max CP than Magikarp. But again, it's a fairly weak and frail Pokemon. And then it evolves into one of the most beautiful Pokemon in the entire series, Milotic, maxing out at 2,967 with an attack stat of 192, a defense stat of 242, and a stamina stat of 190. So Milotic, I would suggest having at least 3 to 4 high IV Milotic for your Pokemon arsenal when Generation 3 drops. Next, we're going to get into what I believe is going to be a very underlooked and very underrated Pokemon family. So we're going to start off with the water type and ice type Pokemon, Speel. Speel, coming in with a Max CP at 876, evolves into Celio with a Max CP of 1607, will then evolve into Walrein which has a Max CP of 2606, and it keeps its dual typing of water type and ice type throughout its evolution phases. So it has an attack stat of 182, a defense stat of 176, and a stamina stat of 220. Now, I'm guessing its CP could be higher if its attack stat were better, but I'm telling you, this is going to be a dragon killer. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to want your ice types, you're going to want your dragon killers in Generation 3, because dragon types are going to start running rampant once Generation 3 and 4 drop. So I think it's going to be an asset. I think it's going to be a very important Pokemon to have in your arsenal. Moving on to Clamperl, maxing out at 1091 CP. And then we're gonna head into the Eel Pokemon. First off is Huntail. Huntail maxing out at 2140 CP. Next in the Eel family, there's 3 of each. Gorbias, which maxed out at 2281 CP. And next we have Relicanth, which is a really awesome last of the 3 Eel-type Pokemon, maxing out at a very respectable CP at 2557, with an attack stat of 182, a defense stat of 234, a stamina stat of 200. So, he's going to be a pretty reliable rock and water type. Now, this Pokemon has some regional potential. Luvdisc. Luvdisc is a mono water type, maxing out at 735 CP, and it has no evolutions. I really think you're going to find Luvdisc as a regional Pokemon in more tropical areas of the world. And next we move on to Surskit, which is a bug type and water type Pokemon, more of a pond skater, and you're going to find those all over the place as well, especially if you live in water biomes. Finishing off our introduction of water types of Generation 3, we have the legendary, I believe it's going to be Team Mystic's legendary because it is water type. I believe this is definitely going to be Team Mystic's main legendary of Generation 3. So this Pokemon is Kyogre, the legendary, super awesome water type Pokemon. Look at the Max CP right here. 4,874 with a max attack stat of 297, a defense stat of 276, a stamina stat of 200. Niantic is most likely going to nerf this Pokemon. It's going to be way too strong to put in the metagame as it is right now with its current stats. But again, I think we're about a year away from seeing this Pokemon. They're going to wait till another maybe Pokemon Go Fest or another major Niantic run Pokemon event to release this legendary Pokemon, which I will be there, so definitely stick around, drop a like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see that first Kyogre coverage of Pokemon Go. I will definitely be there at that event to get my hands on Kyogre, and he just looks like a freaking tank. He looks incredible, he looks super awesome, and he is ready to come into Pokemon Go and just wreck everything in the metagame. But that's about it for all of the water-type Pokemon of Generation 3. Hope you found this information useful, and I'll leave a link in the description to Pokemon Go Hub's article and their Pokedex page where you can find all this information. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.